Hi everyone, welcome back to the class. In this class we are going to learn how to design clinic icon. So without any further ado, let's get started. So first thing we are going to do is from the tools we will grab the rectangle tool, and from the center of the artboard we'll start creating a rectangle on our icon guide. And then we will go ahead and adjust the height and the width of this rectangle according to our icon guide to make it a little bit tall and wide. And now we'll go ahead and make the strokes a little bit thicker and make them rounded as well. Now we'll go ahead and create a duplicate copy of this rectangle and convert it into the square, and then we will bring it towards the top of the previous bigger rectangle. And now we'll go ahead and create a duplicate copy of the bigger rectangle and make the height of this rectangle smaller as compared to the one we have before, and also we will decrease the width of this rectangle to make the door of this building. And now we'll go ahead and create the top part of this door by creating a duplicate copy of this rectangle, and we'll decrease the height and increase the width of this rectangle. And now we'll go ahead and using the line segment tool, we will create a line in the center of the door to show the partition of the door in the center. And now we'll go ahead and create a duplicate copy of this rectangle and then bring it on the other side and make the height a little bit smaller. And then we'll select one point of this rectangle using the direct selection tool and bring it towards the top. And then we'll create a duplicate copy of this polygon and flip it using reflect option. And as you can see that we have created two sides of this clinic. And now we'll go ahead and start creating the windows of this building by using the rectangle tool, and we'll create several rectangles on the center. Once we have placed them on the perfect spot position of this rectangle, we will create several duplicate copies of these rectangles and bring them towards down. Now on the bigger rectangle, in the center of this rectangle, we will add a point to open this rectangle and delete the corresponding line in the center of the top part of the rectangle, so that we'll go ahead and using the pen tool we will add 2 points, and then we will cut or delete this point, and you can see that we have an open path. And then we will join these points towards the center of the rectangle, and then we'll do the same for the other side so that we can have this kind of shape. And now we'll go ahead and using the text tool we will add a plus sign in the center, and we will make it a little bit bigger and bold, and then we will bring it towards the center of the square and make the font a little bit bold so that it's more visible, and then we will create outlines of this symbol. So now you can see that we have this icon in the center. And now we'll go ahead and select all of these shapes together into one single group. Now we'll select the sides of the main rectangle and make them a little bit wider so that they are properly adjusted for the building. And then we'll select the upper two corners of these two rectangles and then we'll make them rounded. So now as you can see that our line art style design of the icon is ready. Now we'll go ahead and create this design in the fill style. But as we have covered this part in the previous lessons, so I won't be narrating every single thing that we are going to do to create the fill style. So I will just fast forward the video from here and you can see my process. And you can follow along with me by looking every step on the screen. So let's go ahead and see how we do it. Alright, so now as you can see that our design in the fill style is ready. Now we will go ahead and start adding colors to our artwork. So let's go ahead and create a duplicate copy of our artboard and start creating our color palette so that we can prepare the colors that we will be later going to be add inside our design. So on one side of the artboard in the empty space we will create several different rectangles, and using our color guide tool we will start to add different colors of our choice that we will like to add inside our icon that will reflect the medical clinic icon. So let's go ahead and add different colors of our choice, and we can also make different variations inside our colors using the color picker tool. And then from there, once we are happy with all the colors in the color palette that we have choose, then we will move forward, and after doing different variations we'll start adding them inside our artwork. Now once our color palette is ready, we'll select every single design element in the icon, and then we will start adding colors from the color palette that we have created, and we can randomly or one by one we can individually select these colors, and at if any point we feel that the color does not go according to our desire, then we can definitely make some changes inside the colors from the color palette tool or color guide tool. And then once we are happy with the colors that we want to add, we will move forward with adding more colors and variations in the design. Once done, we will move forward and start repeating this process for the other design elements parts of this design, and we will see that how we can add different other colors and different variations of our colors inside the design so that our design can properly stand out. So after playing around with different colors and different variations of the colors, you can see that we have achieved this kind of look, and now we have prepared our icon in the fill color style. So now we will move forward and create this icon in the gradient color style. So let's go ahead and do that. So in order to create the gradient color style, we will go ahead and create a duplicate copy of our artboard, and then we will move it towards the forward side, and then we'll go ahead and create two different copies of our color palette. so that from there we can extract a new color palette for the gradient style. Alright, so once we have created these two different color palettes, what we are going to do is from the second color palette, we will go ahead and using the color picker tool, we will start adding different other variations of the colors from our color guide tool or directly from inside our artwork, so that we have different options for the colors that we can further use to create the gradient color palette. So now once we have our color options and variations of our color palette, we will go ahead and create a bar of the design of the gradient, and then from there we will start adding the initial and the final colors from the color palettes that we have created, and then at the top and bottom part of these gradient bars we'll start adding different colors, and then we will add these gradient colors inside different design elements inside our icon, and then we will repeat the same process for other different areas of the icon design. And now once we are happy with all the colors we have added inside our design, we will go ahead and select all of these shapes together into one single group, and then as you can see that our design in the gradient style design is ready. Now I will go ahead and see you in the next class.